welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Hannah. I do videos here on YouTube. So today's video is going to be a review on the new NYX Can't Stop, was it Can't Stop? Yeah, Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. So if you want to see how this foundation does for me, so testing, reviewing, wearing, see if it lives up to the claims, then just keep watching. Okay, so the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation is claiming to be a full coverage matte foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. I'm going to read out the description for you just so you guys can get an idea about what the claims are for the foundation. So it says, a lightweight, waterproof and pigmented AF, our new Can't Stop Won't Stop full coverage foundation. Hustle as hard as you do. The comfy liquid formula comes in 45 flattering shades, or tones, that don't transfer. Every creamy shade glides on smooth, delivering matte coverage and colour that stays true for up to 24 hours. Our little overachiever also works to control shine and mattify your complexion all day long. But it doesn't stop there. The foundation is non-comedogenic and suitable for normal, oily, combination and sensitive skin types. Okay, so the only skin type it hasn't said is dry. So I think if you're dry skin, maybe don't go towards this foundation. However, I'll be testing that because I do have dry skin around the perimeters of my face and oily skin in the center of my face. So from what we are gathering from the information, it says to be full coverage, matte. Now I don't like to normally see reviews, but I wasn't expecting to get this foundation. I wasn't going to purchase it. Launched in the USA, I tended to look at maybe 2 or 3 tutorials, and so far like it sort of swayed my opinion. That was the reason why I wasn't going to get it, but I thought, you know what, for you guys specifically, I thought why not, because even if I don't like the foundation, I'll still use it, but I just won't wear it out and etc. So actually onto the foundation, I am going to give you a swatch of this and compared to my MAC shade. Now I know it's very helpful. I'm not going to swatch to any other shades. I'm just going to swatch to the MAC shade, reason being because a lot of people on my Instagram, on my YouTube, everywhere ask me what is my MAC shade. Now I will be doing a tutorial on my MAC shade because I know to a lot of people it will be helpful. It will be helpful. So I'm actually, to reference, I'm actually an NC25 and NC27. I'm more of an NC27. This is a sample shade. I'm just going to use this shade just to swatch for you so you can get an idea. There are 45 shades of this foundation, which is brilliant. Like, don't get me wrong, I am so like stoked for the fact that it has 45 shades. I think it beats Fenty's one. I'm not too sure. I think this is like one of the most foundation shades ever launched. Now NYX is known to be a variety anyway, even from the Stay Matte But Not Flat. There's a lot of shades and I love that foundation. Got it in the wrong shade, but I do mix it, and their Total Drop foundation is one of my holy grail foundations. I absolutely love that foundation. So yeah, now in this foundation I got the shade Buff. It was really difficult to find my shade, don't get me wrong. Like in the Total Drop foundation I was the shade Classic Tan. Now that fit me quite well. It was a tiny bit like warmer and like more orangey, like yellow, like sort of a shade, but it fit me very well. Now this foundation I got in the shade Buff. I have swatched it on my hand and it has fit me quite well. So I think, round of applause for Hannah. Round of applause. I think we did well, people. I think we did well. In the UK, this retails for £15. Okay, so that is, wow, they are really different. These are the 2 swatches of the foundation. So this is the MAC NC27, but however, I think if I was to use NC25, it'd be very close to this shade. And this shade here is the Buff foundation in the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So if I was to be honest, the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation is a lot more my match than the MAC one. However, the MAC one just suits my skin tone when it's on my skin. I can use an NC25. NC25 fits me very well, but the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in Buff looks more my type. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do this side with a brush, reason being because I've got a lot of pigmentation here right now because your girl likes to pick. Because I know I'm going to need to moisturize my skin because I'm really scared that this is a matte, like a really heavy matte foundation. I'm going to go in with the new Revolution Skincare, and this is the 2% hyaluronic acid. This is like a really good lightweight, because hyaluronic acid is known for its moisturizing properties. It's really hydrating. Just so we can get a little bit of moisture into the skin. Take a little bit of the new Revolution Hydro Boost gel as well, just because this is a water-based gel, so nothing too heavy. I am going to prime as well. I'm just going to put this onto the skin just so we can add some hydration because I'm really worried about how matte this foundation will be. And the primer that I'll be going in with is the new it's not the new, it's the Ordinary Silicone Primer. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and focus this in my pore area. I'm going to start to dot this onto the skin. I'm going to work quickly because I just have this feeling that it will dry down extremely quickly. Let me just add a little bit more. I'm going with a brush. So the brush I'm going to go in with is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Let me just spritz this. I like to spritz my brushes because I feel it just adds a little bit more oomph to them. Okay, so we are just going to go in and start to blend in this foundation. Okay, that is a really, really good match. A really good match. I'm not no expert at matching foundations at all. A little bit hard to move, and you can just see it's when I mean it's drying like quickly, it's like it's just sticking to those areas where you've put them. Okay, so this is one side of the face done. One side of the foundation put onto the skin. I'm just gonna go in quickly. Oh, already it's like it's gathering at my nose area. So in the crease of my nose, it's gathering. I don't know if you can tell. It's not full coverage. Now I used the whole pump on my right side of my face, so your left. I have used the whole pump and you can still see pigmentation through my skin. This is a whole pump. Normally a whole pump is supposed to go for your like whole of your face. Let me just turn you down a little bit just so you can see a little bit more. It doesn't feel exceptionally dry, but I'm worried if it's buildable, so I'm just gonna put the other side of my face on just to let that sit a little bit more and see if it oxidizes, because it is a really nice shade for my skin tone. It's sort of texturizing my skin, I'll be honest. It's just sitting on there, but it's really texturizing my skin. Like you can see like around my area, my nose area, it's really separating. So I'm gonna take a full pump again because you know your girl likes to be full coverage. I'm just going to dot this onto the skin as I did before. I'm going to start to blend this into the skin. And obviously I will say, like, this side has less pigmentation, so it might look like it covers more, but we'll see. Okay, so this side is now blended in. I wouldn't say, like, I prefer this side a lot better than this side. I feel it is an okay foundation. It's not anything special. Obviously, it's just first impressions right now because it's literally just gone onto my skin. Really good idea that we actually went in and moisturized our skin and hydrated our skin before, because I have a feeling that if we didn't, this foundation would not like us at all. This is a very medium coverage foundation. Here is an up close and personal. You can tell it's not covered that much. It's covered, but it's not that much. Definitely on this side, you can see pigmentation of my scars and things like that. It's not covered. The shade is really good for me. Really good. I can definitely wear this in winter, summer. And I can tell it's not full coverage because I have this rule with my skin. Now, I don't know if you guys would know anyway, I have this vein here under my eye. I think most people have it, but I have this really obvious vein here. Now, if only concealers and full coverage foundations can cover this. This is a very medium. Like, I think if you have like perfect skin, or like you're more of a medium fan, then this foundation would be good for you. I even think if you have dry skin and you really prep and moisturize your skin, this would be very good for you. Okay, so I have gone in certain areas, for example this area and this area, and just added a little bit more foundation just to see if it was buildable. Yes, it is buildable, but you don't want to leave the foundation on for too long before you add more, because I just worry it's just gonna dry. The only thing I'm not liking is it's not picking up on my nose. Like, it's picking up everywhere else, but my nose, just the foundation won't take it. I've applied the foundation. I'm going to leave it on for a couple of hours. I'm going to do the rest of my face. I will come back to you giving my final thoughts and if I have any other problems. But this is an up close and personal. My skin isn't perfect, but it has clung. It has made it obvious that I've got certain issues. So I don't know if you can tell my nose area. It's just not picked up on my nose area at all. So what we'll do, as I said, we'll come back and I will give my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back. I finished the rest of my face. I've had this face on for a couple of hours now. So onto the actual foundation. What I will say, what I was really surprised about is I thought because it was so matte, that it wouldn't work with powders and creams. So I did cream contour, and the contour that I used was the sleek cream contour kit in medium. I need the dark version, but yeah. That blended really nicely. Powders have sat really nicely with this foundation. I didn't need to set it. The only thing I set was my under eyes because of my concealer, but everything other than that didn't need to be like powdered. Even now there's no like oiliness at all. This is very matte. I personally thought it was going to be an extremely drying matte, but it's actually a really nice matte. I was really shocked. I am shocked. I have been wearing this for about nearly, I've done my makeup, I've gone off and done a few errands and things like that, but like this is really nice. Like, it's not my favourite, but it's not terrible at the same time. I think if you have dry skin, I probably wouldn't go towards this, because even on my dry areas such as my spots and things like that down here, it's like clung to them. It's separated a lot at the nose. It's not changed in those 4 hours, so like there's been no difference there. It's not terrible, but it's just not my favourite foundation. I think, is it worth £15? Probably not. It's probably worth maybe around £9–10. I feel the drop foundation and the Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation is a lot better than this foundation. It could be good for summer, however it's going into the autumnal winter areas, so probably not. Yeah, I think it's an iffy with recommending it. I wouldn't personally recommend it to you guys. If you have extremely oily skin, then 100% get this. If you have dry, normal skin, probably not, because even with normal skin, this is like this is extremely matte. Like extremely matte. I've had to put highlighter on because I like to have at least a little bit of glow. I've set this foundation about 3 times using my Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fixing Spray. About 3 times, just to see if I could get any hydration or plumpiness to it. I feel if you was to wear this all day, like around my lip area, I get really bad eczema. I know it doesn't look that nice, but I exfoliate my lips every day to try and contain that. But this is just really dried it out. My skin feels extremely dry. It's not tight, but dry. Well, matte in a sense. I've not had to set anywhere other than underneath my eyes because I was trying out a new concealer. So yeah, it's not terrible. It's not the best, I personally feel. If I was to rate it out of a 10, maybe I'd give it about a 6 or a 7. It's not like, wow, like this foundation you guys need. You know, like the other ones that I've done, I'm shocked. You can probably find some more affordable ones that are more like a nicer matte that could be for every skin, which stuff like the Makeup Revolution Concealer Define, that's a new one. That's a demi matte finish, but it's more of a natural skin finish. This is matte, like you can see my texture through my skin. When it becomes so matte that you can see texture, it's just not for me. I think if you've got normal to combination, maybe just try it a little bit or mix it. You could probably mix it and you could probably get some really nice like a finish. But the only thing I don't like is the finish. I feel also because of the finish, how it's so matte, if you try to build so much onto the foundation, it's either going to look very cakey, it's going to start to separate, and it's going to really look dry on your skin. So I don't know, it's not my favourite. It's not terrible, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, it's not like horrible, I'm not hating it. I can deal with it. Like, I'll probably wear it on a day where I'm not wanting my makeup to look glam. But yeah, it's not something I'd be like, if someone was to ask me, oh Hannah, what foundations are you loving, this probably wouldn't be one. If you have any questions on this foundation or any like tips and tricks for me to obviously like use this more, what you think I could use it with, primers, etc., then please feel free to just let me know and comment down in the description box. Let me know what your thoughts on the foundation are if you use the foundation, or if you're wanting to use the foundation, what are you worried about, what could I help you with. If you have any product suggestions that you'd like me to test out, whether it's concealers, foundations, powders, highlights, contours, eyeshadow palettes, lashes, lipsticks, you name it, just comment down in the description and I'll be happy to purchase them for you and review them for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up, and if you are new or if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the absolute world. Also, I just want to give myself a little bit of a promotion. There's nothing wrong with that on your own channel. Please follow me on my Instagram. I'm very active on there. If you have any questions or any want to DM me or any questions or any want to start a convo with your girl, then please feel free to just DM me on Instagram at hanstluce. It will be in the description. I'm very active on there. I'm more popular on my Instagram than I am on my YouTube. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love all of you. I hope you guys take care, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.